Time travel log, Earth date 8/31/20. So what went on this week in the fifth dimension? Well, there was a wonderful studio day, actually, because I didn't write this down. I like this to be as free form as possible. But there was a wonderful studio day where we worked on a new cover. And that new cover, we had ideas going in of what we wanted it to sound like. We wanted it to have a real bar room feel, like an Irish pub, 1 a.m., someone gets on the piano and starts playing something and everyone sings along and cries. And while that energy is still there, sonically it's way more sci-fi than we had intended. But that's the creative process. If we set too many limitations early on, then it just hinders the joy and the fun out of the experience, and the final product is going to be a piece of crap. So we just let it go. We watched a bunch of Eurovision songs like Ya Ya Ding Dong and Double Trouble. And I really love the ABBA, the Swedish songwriting vibe, the Swedish pop music. So long story short, that song, we worked up until the first chorus and we transferred it over to our other producer in LA. This is a dual production song, kind of like Photon Love, not kind of like, just like Photon Love. So that was amazing. So we decided to do it again. So the LA producer, his name is the Pelican, is going to work on it, go with the vibe, see where it takes him, and then send us the tracks back. And we'll be going back and forth probably for a month working on this track. And I'm very excited. And there's also Juliana, who's singing on the track, who sounds amazing, who never sang before in her life. She did a song called Weird that is now completed. And now she's on the cover, which I'm not going to mention yet. But it's a song that I love, and if you follow me on Instagram, it's a song I post all the time and play all the time. So up to you to decide. Then last week, I was farting around on my guitar, and I came up with a song that really felt like a Misfits song, felt like a Ramones song, felt like a 50s pop song. And I've been listening to a lot of Misfits lately. And it's really got this Saturday Night by the Misfits vibe, or Suzanne by the Weezer. And I was just messing around with it, but it came together pretty fast. So I was playing it in studio for the producers, the Lost Boys, and they were like, we should record that, man. That sounds fucking sweet. And I'm like, all right, let's do it. So I'm going into the studio tomorrow to work on that song. So while we have the cover being worked on by the Pelican in LA, here in Montreal, we will be working on this new song. It's called, I think, Goodbye from Mars or something like that. I want to keep it in the sci-fi realm. Sci-fi, but always obviously rooted in the normal stuff. So in terms of content and TikTok and stuff, the growth on TikTok has been consistent, not as big as the last couple of weeks, but I'm really trying to understand what the community over there is really resonating with. I'm very excited because I've been putting out more content, which means thinking about it less and just putting out more to figure out what is connecting and what is not. Because if you put out too little content, you're too attached to it, and there's not enough out there, so the learning's not that great. But if you just dump a whole bunch of stuff out, you'll see what works clearly and what doesn't. And so far, it seems like when I say in 2046 something happened, or like a really bold statement that's kind of going to push people's buttons, that's what seems to be working. So look, it's ongoing, and I'm using TikTok as a funnel to bring in people to the Galactic Federation. I want to make this community about learning about how the human body works, about connecting people who have similar questions in life, because I think there's a lot of us out there. If 1% of the world is out there like us, then it's like 75 million people. So it's really about how do we build that community? How do I provide value to people, right? I look at Joe Rogan as the prime example. Every week he's just delivering value to people via his amazing interviews 3-4 times a week. And he's just giving and giving and giving and giving and giving and giving. And then all these people know about him and they learn about all the guests, and it becomes this amazing platform. And then when it's time to do a stand-up special or talk about a MMA fight or whatever, people will tune in because his funnel is so big that he's provided so many people with value that they can just be like, oh, okay, cool. And it's not for everyone. Some people just want to watch the podcast. So that's what it is here. I can't possibly grow just with music, at least in my opinion, because there's not enough music to go out, and it's not really giving anyone anything. I'm not really providing a service. You can argue that music is like a service, but I just want to be putting out value because I think I have a pretty good metaphor in the human time machine that can explain how the world around us impacts us. I'm big into biohacking. I'm big into psychology and biology, and I put myself in the year 2137 because it allows me to take leaps where things are not absolutely proven yet, but there are a lot of things that have been discussed for thousands of years already. And I'm just creating a fun new way to explain how to optimize yourself and not feel guilty about the thoughts we have and blah, 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 blah. But look, if you're watching this and this resonates with you, let me know, because I'm thinking of starting the Time Travel Academy and start connecting all the people who've signed up to the Galactic Federation of Time Travelers, because I just want to provide value in a fun way. I want to be able to get people to think about things differently, or at least tell them that what they're thinking is not insane because other people are thinking it too. And really, that's it, fellow time travelers. So as always, I appreciate your time. Thanks for hanging out. My name is MISCHO. I make music and I like time travel philosophy. If you want to join the Galactic Federation of Time Travelers, I'm building it so that I can provide value on a routine basis. It shows me what you're interested in, because when you sign up, it tells me why you believe you're a time traveler. And there's so many different answers I'm getting. We've gotten over 1,000 right now, which is amazing. And yeah, if you want to follow me on Instagram, do that. There's a lot of behind the scenes fun stuff there. And, Photon Love is out now. And I look forward to seeing you again, fellow time travelers. Have a good one. See you later.